Hello and welcome back to Cool Talks with Ms.Shenell. So this week we are going to be talking about how to maintain a healthy relationship with your parents. So this video won't be too long. I just have 3 main tips that I feel that would be perfect to maintain a good relationship with your parents. So my first tip is to talk to them. Communication is always key, as I said in my last video with relationship with your friends is also key with relationships with your parents. Maintaining a healthy communication is better for a relationship with your parents, because if you're not able to talk to them, then you're not able to get your point across, or they're not able to get their point across. You're not able to see eye to eye. Also with that, communicating makes the relationship more dynamic. You'll be able to communicate your thoughts and emotions. I feel like that's always important in also any relationship, as I said in the last video, because if you're not able to express yourself, how are you supposed to get over problems? How are you supposed to get things resolved? If you don't, then nothing will get resolved. My second tip for maintaining this relationship with your parents is to respect them. Respect is always a two-way tunnel, obviously. We all want respect back, but at the same time, the more you give to someone is the more you get. Like, if you're giving your parents that respect, they're guaranteed more or less to give you that respect back. Your parents always have more life experiences and stuff like that, and they're definitely wiser, and a lot of things that kids get misconstrued about is that your parents went through probably the exact same thing you're going through. So instead of being so defensive about it, you should be able to sit there and try to talk to them, because they'll probably give you the best advice you'll ever get. We all know that we may not agree on everything with our parents, but at the end of the day, they're always looking out for our best interests. So my last key tip for maintaining a healthy relationship, which worked really well for me, is trust. We all know all of these aspects I'm saying are a two-way street, but you need to earn their trust in order for them to help you and see your side of the story. If your parents don't trust you and believe what you're saying, how do you think they're supposed to go about things? I truly am a firm believer that you should build a strong foundation. It's really built so that things start to flow smoothly and naturally. Nothing is forced. If you force something, then it's not gonna work. Just to share with you a quick little story about how I use these tips for myself, within my parents relationship. When I was in high school, I was a good kid, but I wanted to go out with my friends. I wanted to do things. Also, my parents were real, not strict, but kind of kept me secluded almost. They wanted to protect me from everything else. So I was really eager to go to this party with my friends, and my parents weren't hearing it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna first talk to them and see where we can go, because I had already basically built that trust with them, because they knew I wasn't acting out. I didn't have bad grades. I was just doing what I had to do to get by. So I sat down and I talked to them, and we discussed me going to the party, and then they did discuss their concerns, and then I agree with some of their concerns, but then I told them, if you don't trust me and allow me time to breathe and do things that I want to do, then that leads that's a path. Sometimes some kids lead down a bad path. Not saying that all kids were gonna do that, because that's definitely not what I'm saying, but and they knew I already had respected them also. So it was just I wanted that same respect. I give you trust, you give me trust. I give you respect, you give me respect. Everything I was doing, I wanted it back in return. So it took them a real long time for them to allow me to do anything that I really wanted to do. So I ended up later on going to that party, because I asked months before. But I ended up going, and I was super excited, because I'm just wow, my parents really felt I can do this and stuff. And I ended up having a great time. I'm not saying that this is so easy for everyone. I know everyone has different parents, and things go on. But regardless, I feel these tips, you need to build everything up in order for you to get where you want to go. So that is all I have for our cool talk session today. But for next week, we will definitely be talking about peer pressure, because I think that affects many of us, even the adults to this day. So see you next week.